Hello and welcome to the Passport Files. I'm your host, Brian Clark. Today on the show, we welcome Bravo Below Deck Med superstar Elena Dubaich.
Yes.
Hi, Elena, and welcome to the Passport Files. How are you today?
Hi, Brian. I'm great. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. I appreciate it.
It's such a pleasure to have you on. I'm such a Below Deck fan, and I'm fangirling right now because your show is awesome.
Oh, that's very kind to hear. I love to hear that. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are.
I am from the Balkans, which a lot of people don't even know where the Balkans are. They think it's like next to Latvia or Russia, or it's not. It's on the Adriatic coast. So if you know where Croatia is, I'm right north of Croatia. So that's part of the world I'm from. I started as a translator. So the fact that I'm even like on this show doing yachting is just so random. But I studied linguistics. That was my first passion. So learning languages is something I really enjoy. However, I'm an adventurous person. So once I kind of started working as a translator, I just realized I cannot do this my whole life. I need to get out there and do something. So at that point, I didn't really have many skills except for speaking languages. Like, let's be honest. Like, so I don't know how this idea came to me to go work on cruise ship. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I even going to do on a cruise ship? I literally cannot do anything except for speak languages. So I went to this agency to just ask, like, if they have any suggestions for me. I was thinking of working at a casino or something. And that lady over there was like, actually, I used to be a spa manager, and there is an amazing massage school here in Slovenia. Why don't you go and try it out and see if you like it? And if you do, just come back and I'll set you up. So I was like, cool, I'm becoming a massage therapist. I'm gonna go work on a cruise ship. My parents, when I told my parents I was gonna do this, they were like, are you okay? Because what is going on? I mean, where is this coming from? So, anyways, I went to massage school. I ended up loving it. I felt like I had a natural passion or even a bit of a talent at it. And yeah, here I am.
And the rest is history. That is
Literal
incredible.
history.
You just had kinda like, I wanna just be adventurous. I wanna just go and see the world and live life, and just a
Exactly.
random interaction, you were like, "Just be a massage therapist and go on a cruise ship."
Exactly. Yeah.
And
I
that's
mean,
that.
this really like sums up who I am as a person. I am like the ultimate go with the flow person. I will make life changing decisions like that.
Just like that.
Just
Maybe we
like
can
that.
make one on this episode right now. Let's get some scoop. Let's just make something happen right now.
What?
By the end of it, let's make a life-changing decision by the end of this episode. Let's
I wouldn't be surprised.
We're at the point where you are doing your massage school. How
Mm.
did you go from doing that to going on Below Deck?
So this happened during COVID, right? Like I said, I was learning languages, and the latest language I was working on was Mandarin Chinese. And at that point, like early 2020, 2019, I had been learning Mandarin for many years. And I thought to myself, once I finish this contract on this cruise ship, this is my time to explore China. This is January 2020. Let's remember what happened then. Anyways, I fly from Chile all the way to Taiwan. I'm like, I saved up. I've got 6 months. I'm going to explore China. I get to Taiwan and start telling people about this. And they're like, you know what? You might want to reconsider. Because shoot them down. Do not go there. I was like, what are these people on about? Like, because at that point, like, we heard about some flu in Wuhan, but nobody had any clue it was going to become what it was. I kept getting this concerned reaction from literally every person I spoke to, and I listened to them. And 2 months, 2 weeks later, the whole world shut down. And I ended up staying in Taiwan by myself for 5 months.
You were in Taiwan for 5 months by yourself.
By myself, did not know a single person there. I was like, cool, this is what we're doing now. We're
This is my
rolling with it.
life now. Did you think you were gonna be stuck there forever? Because that's a long time. Did you have any idea when you were gonna leave, or just one of those things you were just there and didn't know?
I had no clue when I was going to be able to leave because I kept trying to leave every month and they just kept extending the quarantine. Like the borders were closed. So I was like, I'm running out of money because I need a job. So these borders better open up pretty soon. And thankfully, like at the last moment, 5 months in, I was able to leave. And actually, fun story how I got into yachting in particular. I was kind of like toying with the idea whether I should stay on cruise ships or going to yachts. And at one point, I kind of like said to myself, okay, tomorrow I'm making a final decision. This is it. Whatever I decide, that's the path I'm taking. And I kind of like asked the universe to give me like clear sign. I'm that person. I'm the sign person. So I'm like, okay, I'll take whichever path, just give me a clear sign. So that day, nothing happened the whole day, very normal day until like 10 p.m. at night. I'm sitting at home in Taiwan and I'm flipping through Netflix and I get a suggestion for the movie Secret. I was like, damn, I haven't seen The Secret in 10 years. I think I need to watch it again and remind myself as to what it was about. So I'm watching The Secret 20 minutes into the movie. I get a job offer for a yacht.
Get out of town.
Mind blowing. I mean, I was like, if this is not a sign, I don't know what is. Like, so yeah. Then I was like, okay, I'm going into yachting. And 3 days later, I got my permanent job and flew from Taiwan to the States.
That is absolutely incredible. So are you a believer in like fate, karma,
A hundred
all of
percent.
that stuff, things 100%. So you just knew, you just put on The Secret and tell people what The Secret is. What's that about? 'Cause I know
Well,
what it is.
yeah, I mean, The Secret, it was a really popular movie, like, I think like 15 years ago. It's based on a book. It's all about the law of attraction. It's basically whatever like your true inner desires are, there is a reason for them. And you've got to, believe that you can achieve them and kind of trust the universe to show you the path to getting them. That's kind of how I understand it.
So where did you stay in Taiwan? Like, were you in like a hotel, Airbnb, like
Well,
hostel?
that's another, okay, so that's another reason why I was running out of money because I initially thought I was going to stay there for 2 weeks. I was like, okay, I work hard. I'm going to splurge. She's going to be out here balling, you know? So
Ballin'.
I went there and got myself a beautiful apartment in this amazing building with all of the amenities, like downtown Taiwan. Like I cashed out on that apartment. And as time went on, I was like, I mean, I can't go to a hospital and not have this.
And
I
then
guess I gotta stay here. So yeah, I was staying in a beautiful Airbnb.
that sounds like something I would do because if you travel, you need that certain level of luxury, and amenities and things of
Exactly.
that nature. So, I
Yeah.
get that 100%.
The most impressive part about that apartment was the toilet, actually. You know those Japanese toilets they have?
Yes.
They do like everything. They wash you, they give you a blow dry, the whole thing.
I'm scared of those actually. Those scare me. Americans are scared of those. Like, we'll avoid those. Like, I've been to Japan and I saw them and I was too scared. There's too many buttons. They don't have it like a little thing to show you like what does what.
I know. Yeah. Well, I had plenty of time to figure it out.
Yeah, you did. So how did you first get on below deck? What was that process like?
Well, I filmed my application and it was just one of those things that just decided randomly. Again, I was like, you know what? I'm going to build like everybody was like, you need to be on there because, it's, you want
So
attention from nobody.
tell us about your season. What is it like filming on below deck?
Well, I must say, obviously I wasn't there for very long, which is something that I kind of regret, you know, especially like watching the season back. the storyline just got a little bit dragged out. I just felt like it was the same thing happening over and over again. And watching it back, I thought it's kind of a missed opportunity, because I feel like it could have brought a different dimension to the whole thing. So I was like, you got MVP, Tom Brady, bench. Put me fourth. I'll sleep in the crew mess. I'll bunk with Captain Sandy. Well, like the first thing to do for airtime when he's down himself.
Exactly. Would you go back on Below Deck again, or do you have any plans, or would you do it again?
Yes, I definitely would do it again. The thing with it is kind of, the producers kind of felt I was too nice. And the thing is, I only had 2 days. Like, I cannot really get into drama with anybody in 48 hours. So my character didn't really have time to develop. But if I'm known for anything, it's unexpected 180. So I feel like that would have been very fun to see.
Do people come up to you and recognize you, or has it opened up any doors for you?
Yeah, well, I live here in Fort Lauderdale, which is like the yachting capital of the world. So a lot of people here do know about Below Deck, and it definitely has opened a lot of doors for me. I got recognized at Publix a couple times. So I was like, I make sure, like every time I go to Publix, I make sure I do like my hair and makeup and like put my high heels on just in case I want to look presentable.
What are you up to now, and what are some of the things that you hope to accomplish?
Well, what I'm up to now, I've left yachting pretty much because for me, it's been like 7 years total that I've been at sea, including cruise ship, you know? So I'm kind of at a stage in my life where I need to settle. Like it's been enough. I'm happy. I have my little apartment here. I'm getting a car. So I just want to have a bit of a normal life. So I'm enjoying that. And I'm working online right now. And I'm partnering with this other site as well called Lemon Social. So yeah, we're going to be doing that for a while. And then once I have enough money saved up, I would like to open up my own spa.
Oh, that's incredible. You want to open up your own spa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love that so much that, you have so many different talents and, you speak so many different. How many languages do you speak, by the way? How many?
So Mandarin is my seventh language. I'm not
Seven?
seventh, yeah. So I've been taking these fluency exams in Mandarin and I've reached level 5 out of 6. So it's a work in progress, but I'm getting there.
That's incredible. Now you seem like you could be like a perfect, like if I had to produce a movie and it
Yeah.
was like a spy movie, like a
Oh,
James
yeah.
Bond movie, you seem like you would be perfect, like one of those international spies that you go
Yeah.
in there with James Bond and you like have you ever thought about going into like, the CIA, FBI? I don't know what your country's version of that, but have you ever thought about being a spy?
Funny that you mentioned that. I remember when I was a child, I was watching this, not sure which movie, but there was one lady on there who was a spy.
Mhm.
So she was like one of those that like traveled the world and like she could understand what everybody was saying, but nobody knew about it. I was like, this is the coolest person ever. So it's something I always admired. And never say never. If an opportunity was to open up, I probably would say yes.
And if you became a spy, you wouldn't be able to tell us that you were a spy because that's not what
Exactly.
spies do. You have to keep so you could be a spy right now. No
Exactly.
one would know. That's right. What's your favorite place that you've ever traveled to and why?
It's kind of hard to pick a favorite place, but probably the most unique place was Greenland. It's like, who goes to Greenland?
Yeah. I don't know anybody who's going to Greenland except for you right now.
Exactly. So
What was incredible about Greenland? What was great about it?
it was just so different to any place I had been to previously. They had the vegetation was so different. They had these like little like miniature trees. It was like grass, but it looked like trees. It was like this big, and it was like of different colors, and I had never seen anything like that before. That's one
It
thing I
really
remember about
is.
Greenland. And they had like one store in the whole place. There was just like one supermarket. There was no shopping malls or anything. It was just in every house had a specific color, and the color was determined by the profession the person did.
Really?
Yeah,
So if you change your profession, you'd have to paint your house?
I guess so. Yeah. We're just going to a different house. I don't know how that
I,
works.
I know you. Well, I changed jobs now. I gotta I gotta
Yeah.
move.
Yeah. Yeah. That would not work out for me. I'd have to paint the house by free.
Now, this is the Passport Files, and I ask everyone this who comes on here. When did you first get your passport and where did you travel to?
Oh, I've had my passport forever since I was a child. Yeah. So I traveled a lot in the Balkan country as a child at first.
Okay, so you've been traveling forever.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite travel moment, like a place that you've been to or a moment in time that's like, this is
Mm,
peak travel? Or there's so many
mm,
you can't recall. You can't say.
It's been, yeah, quite a few. Actually, if there is one moment I can remember, it was in Taiwan when I traveled to the south of the country, this city called Kaohsiung. And I went to visit the Buddha temple there, which is quite a popular, famous sight to see. And because it was COVID, there were no tourists there. So I had the whole place to myself. And I just remember this incredible vibe of peace. Like there was this beautiful like Zen music playing. It almost like got me into this meditative trance. I was just in another dimension over there. And that's definitely one feeling I remember from traveling.
What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food to eat?
I'm very simple with food. Honestly, I eat the most plain food ever.
Your basic.
Very basic, but I do like sushi and I do like a duck.
You like duck?
Yeah.
Ooh, duck. And
Mhm.
so you said you like basic foods. We call that buttered noodle girls. You're a buttered noodle girl. We
I
call
will
it
actually live on rice and fried eggs.
rice and fried eggs. All right. Was there anything that you would like to change from your time on below deck? I know it wasn't that long, but is there anything that you would change about that?
Anything I would change? I don't know, not really.
Not
No,
really.
I was happy with my experience there.
And whatever happens, happens, and you just live with that, and that's the code.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously the way things were presented weren't 100% accurate, but it's fine because it's an entertainment show, so I completely understand. But I definitely like they made it look like I stepped off a cruise ship and came straight onto the boat, but I had definitely more yachting experience before that.
Absolutely. Now you said that you kind of stepped out of the yachting world. Why is that? Is it because you wanted to just try something new, or you just didn't, enjoy yachting anymore?
Well, the thing with yachting is like it's not a forever career, You can I cannot live with roommates in a bunk bed for the rest of my life. I just want like a normal life where I can work and have my routine and have like my little space. That's all.
Yeah, because those rooms that you all sleep in are very tiny. Do you ever get claustrophobic in there?
I feel like you get used to it, but there's definitely like an underlying feeling of discomfort.
I can imagine. Now
Yeah.
they party hard on these boats. You all party hard like on below deck. So how do you manage that? Are you one of those that go out and party hard, or you kind of just stand? And if you do party hard, how do you manage to go back the next day and do your job?
I do party hard, but I also take a very long time to recover. So I'm one of those people like it needs to be a weekend off. If I'm gonna be partying hard, I need a couple of days to come back to life.
You're
But
not just gonna
otherwise, yeah, if it's a work day the next day, I definitely take it easy.
good. That's great. Hydrate and take it
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Uh, Well, I just want to say it has been an incredible pleasure to have you on this episode. I'm
Thank
such a
you.
huge fan of you and below deck and everything, and I really hope to see you on something soon, whether it's like a below deck or even a
Thank you.
Bravo. You'd be great on like a summer house or winter house or one of those things. Or
Oh, I'm down. Yeah. 100% I would love to do that.
so you would absolutely go on like another show, like a summer house or any of the Bravo shows.
For sure. 100%.
Well, listen, I hope that happens. Annie Cohen, are you listening? Like,
Yeah.
bravo, hello. We got somebody out here that would be
Just
great for
here.
one of
Let me
those
go.
shows. I would love a crossover like that if they put like the summer house people on the boat or you all in like Summer House or one of those other places, that would be incredible. Or like,
Yeah,
put y'all in like Vanderpump Rules or something like that.
100%. Yeah, I feel like they have so many like former below deck people at this point that we could have like our own version of the summer house,
Right? You can have
because
a
most of us are
spinoff
still single anyway. We're yachty.
or have like a Vanderpump. Do you watch Vanderpump Rules at all?
I do. Yeah.
Ooh, so hey, I was gonna add this. What are your thoughts on Scandival?
The thing about Scandal for me is like, I've been in yachting for so long that that drama is just like, it's standard procedure in a yacht. Like nobody would even blink an eye if that happened on a yacht. They'd be like, yeah,
It
cool.
happens.
Moving on. Oh yeah. It's so common.
So
Yeah.
Scandival is nothing for you because you've seen a lot more in
Yeah.
that world.
Yeah. I mean, he's 100% wrong. Obviously, nobody
Oh
agrees with
yeah, yeah.
those
Make
actions.
sure we do that. Yeah, it is wrong. Bad boy, Tommy. Bad boy, Tommy. Oh
100%.
no. Well, that's awesome. Hey, you're such a great person to interview. It's so much fun. Your personality, your energy is amazing. So if we wanted to find you online, where can we find you at?
Well, I'm mainly active on Instagram. That's my definitely place. The Balkan Biscuit
The
is
Balkan
my
Biscuit.
name there, and pretty much on any other website, it's the same name.
So where did you come up with that name, the Balkan Biscuit? Do you like
Oh,
biscuits or
no, it actually came from my favorite comedian, Theo Vaughn. I'm a huge fan of Theo Vaughn. And I was listening to his podcast with Andrew Schultz at one point, and he said he was trying to like kind of pinpoint what Andrew Schultz looked like, and he was like, "You look like a had like a beach floppy." It was like a beach floppy. What is that? It's like like a Croatian. He was like, them flavs. They're like they look white, but they're not. You crack them open. There's a lot going on in there. And it's like, that is the most hilarious description of, Slavic people from my area because that's 100% accurate. So I was thinking, oh, beach Slavic Balkan biscuit. I don't know how I made that correlation, but yeah. Thank you.
hopefully we can see you on our TV shows soon. Thank you so much for coming
Oh,
on. And
thank you,
and
brother. I appreciate you.
absolutely. Now you can find this episode, Passport Files Podcast, on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere you listen to your podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, review, and share with your friends. You can find little old me on Instagram at the Passport Files Pod and Worldwide Bry. And on YouTube, we can see this full video interview. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
and
you so
cheers.
much. Thanks for the opportunity. You've been great.
Thank you.